So now I'm just going to talk through the steps that you've gone through on this course, just to remind you of all the processes we've looked at. So the first thing that we did was just to put a coloured ground onto the canvas to take off the white glare. This gives us a nice grey mid-tone to work on top of. I drew out the drawing just with a 3B pencil onto the canvas and then started just using the burnt umber to put in the shadow shapes. This just really helped us to give a great shape to work with and to concentrate on the shadow tones first rather than the main part of the cherry. Then by mixing in some titanium white and the burnt umber, we started to get the background painted in, so then that just gave us 3 tones, a light, a mid-tone and a dark. We then started to put in some of the main colour on the cherry using the alizarin crimson and a touch of the burnt umber just to glaze that, to wash that over the main shape that we're looking at. So to cover that over the whole of the cherry, just to build that up and then to smooth out some of the transitions between the shadow and the main part of the cherry. We then add white to the colour, and when you add white to red it always goes more pinky, it always brings out the pinks, and this just gives us this nice little reflected light colour underneath the cherry. And I can then paint some of the cadmium red light on top of the main body of the cherry, so we've got that contrast between warmer reds and cooler reds. Then just put in a highlight just with the pure titanium white, just one quick flick onto the very highlight onto the cherry, and then I start to put down a cadmium yellow as an under kind of yellowy tone onto the stalk of the cherry, so I can then glaze on top with the green gold colour, that real vibranty green, and it will just bring the whole painting together, so we have that nice balance between the bright reds, the cool reds and the bright greens working either side of the reds, just to give it that little bit of vibrancy. So I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and learned some basic foundation skills in painting and some classical techniques from the old masters. I'd love to see how your paintings turn out.